And now it's time to dive into the world of cryptocurrencies. And to do that, we're going to welcome in Ed Lopez. He's head of product management at Vaneck. Now we're talking about a new Ethereum Futures product. Ed, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, Renina. Great to be here.
Great, and we're great to have you. Now talk to us a little bit about the ETF and how it gives investors exposure to Ethereum.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an exchange-traded fund that will invest in Ethereum futures. And really, we've been at this since 2017 in the crypto space, I should say, really trying to bring registered product to the public markets in a way that people are used to. You can go and buy cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and on various crypto exchanges. But we believe that there are a subset of clients, subset of investors, I should say, that would like to be able to access it in their traditional brokerage account. It's something that they're used to. And to date, the industry here in the US anyway, has not been able to successfully launch a spot product, being a product that buys Ether directly. But futures markets have launched a couple of years ago in Bitcoin's example, for instance. And the futures markets have developed to the extent where we can have a registered public product in the form of an ETF. And that's what we're offering here, is providing exposure to Ether via the future strategy.
Now tell me, how does this ETF differ from the Vaneck Bitcoin strategy ETF? And then why might an investor choose one over the other?
Yeah, that's a great question. So Bitcoin is in of itself a brand name in the crypto space, the granddaddy of cryptocurrencies. And it is different than Ether or Ethereum. It's a different blockchain and different use cases. We find Bitcoin to be akin to gold, really, with limited supply, and it has those characteristics which can almost be like a digital gold. And that's how you might even use it in a portfolio. Ethereum is kind of like the supercomputer of the internet, the app store on which many new applications will be developed, and many have been developed. And so as we look to the future for technology and business and finance, Ethereum is the backbone of a lot of these apps that will help make things more efficient and cheaper for a lot of users. And in that sense, Ethereum and access to the investment Ether, or to its underlying currency Ether, is kind of like a growth stock. So you could look at it that way, where Bitcoin is more kind of like a hard asset, or kind of like gold, and Ethereum is more like a growth stock.
Well, when we look at Ethereum serving as the primary layer for decentralized applications, how does its potential growth and risk match up against the potential growth and risk of major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin?
Yeah, well, Ether is the second largest cryptocurrency out there. I think it has solidified itself as that layer one of choice. There are many others out there. I think a lot still has to develop in this space in terms of if there's going to be any future dominant players out there. I know there's a lot of currencies that folks can choose from, and a lot of development work happening. I think one of the other things to look out for, and that the whole industry is waiting for, is a clear road path on regulation. And if we get that, I think that will help spur the cryptocurrency industry and help cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum.
You brought up something that I really wanted to ask. Because of the heightened regulatory scrutiny that the crypto space has faced lately, I understand that you said that the company has been in cryptocurrencies or interested in since 2017, but what drives this renewed interest right now?
Well, I think yesterday, a number of sponsors launched an Ethereum strategy ETF. Again, it's something that many in the industry have been trying to do for a while. And, we were one of the first, if not the first, established ETF provider to file for a spot Bitcoin product in 2017. And in fact, we built out a digital asset team, a bunch of digital natives here within a traditional asset manager. And we continue to work along the edges of where we can. In the U.S., it's been trying to do what we can do to launch an established product or a listed product, a public product. We're also doing private funds. We're listing funds globally in jurisdictions where we can, in Europe and in Latin America. Our subsidiary index provider, Market Vector, was also one of the first to establish benchmarks for the crypto industry. So we've been involved in a number of different facets, related to the crypto industry for a while.
Now, if Spot Bitcoin ETFs are approved later this month, by the SEC, would Vaneck look into offering other similar spot products?
I think we'll see if they get approved or at least allowed to list. And, we'll be right there. We're in regular communication with the SEC and trying to stay on top of everything. Yeah, I think, it kind of depends on the underlying liquidity and demand. I think the top two cryptocurrencies right now that I could see that could be spot product would be Bitcoin and Ether. I think those, right, for the foreseeable future, if we can get the approval from the SEC to list a publicly traded, exchange-traded fund, that's where we would focus our attention.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Ed Lopez, Vaneck, thank you so much for joining us.